Hello, 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 and welcome to another session of our featured author series for the Our Words Matter Black Author Book Expo. And today we have shining light on author Rasheedah Sharif. And today we're going to discuss how her words carry wisdom, faith, and purpose. Okay. Through her writing, Rasheedah empowers readers to embrace healing, growth, and spiritual transformation. Her work reminds us that no matter where life takes us, grace is always within reach. So join me in welcoming in Rasheedah Sharif. She is.
Peace
Hello,
and
how
love,
are you
sister.
doing today?
I'm doing fine, sis. Thank you so much for inviting me on this morning. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. No
Mm-hmm.
problem. I'm glad to have you here today. And so we'll go ahead and get right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to start writing?
Okay. Authors always say I've been writing forever.
Yes.
And technically we mean that.
Hmm.
I took it serious. I think maybe in 1995,
Hmm.
1995. Although my first book came out in 2010, I think it was.
Hmm.
And the reason I started writing is because there was an Oprah Winfrey show on at the time, and she dared everybody, the viewers, to tell their wildest story.
Oh,
And if they told their wildest story, they would win a trip with Tina Turner. I love
okay.
Tina
That's my
Turner.
girl.
Yeah,
Tina
yeah,
Turner was
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
girl.
Yes, yes, ma'am. So I wrote a story, and come to find out that story was my story. And
Mhm.
it broke me down in terms of realizing that I had a lot of trauma. I had a lot of things
Mhm.
going on inside of me. And not only was it going on inside of me, it was going on in a lot of students that I were teaching at the same time. So
Okay.
that story evolved into my very first book. And that first book is Don't Come Down from the China Berry Tree. This book
Okay.
is a series of short stories. So
Okay.
that was my first touch. That was my first
Mhm.
tap into like really writing professionally, because it did a lot for me in terms of just getting in touch with me, healing, and
Right.
letting myself know that the stuff that I was holding in wasn't my stuff at all.
It's
It was stuff
right.
that society had thrown on me, whether it be
Mhm.
family, friends, institutions, or whatever the case may have been.
Right.
So that's what was up with that. That was the
Okay.
beginning right there, of me taking it
Right.
serious.
Right. Okay. Like I'm
Uh-huh.
not just writing a diary as we used to do back in the,
Exactly,
you started writing, so I
exactly.
can understand that.
Yes,
I had those
ma'am.
diaries, so I could tell you had one too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes. We didn't call it journaling back then, it was
Oh,
diaries.
exactly. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
Yes, yes, it
sister.
was.
Hmm.
So can you, I guess, tell us a little bit about how you came up with the title for your books?
Okay. Of course, yes. Don't Come Down from the China Berry Tree, as I said, was my
Hmm.
it's a group of short stories, and
Hmm.
this little girl that sits in a tree, it's a
Hmm.
China berry tree, and that little girl
Right.
is me. And when I was with my grandmother in Florida, we would go there, and we stayed there for a while as well. I would
Hmm.
climb up that China berry tree, and that was my safe space, not just from people and brothers or whoever was picking
Hmm.
with me, or just bothering me to cause me to get out of disharmony with myself. That China berry tree was subconsciously a healing space. And I
Right.
was a little girl, and I didn't realize that at all. But anyway, that
Hmm.
that became, my
Was
safe
your safe
space. And
place,
even, yes,
right?
ma'am, and even to this
Okay.
day, the trees and myself have an affinity, because
Right.
one of my books, and this is not the second one,
Hmm.
this book is called Sweet Tree Color Meditation. Again, it deals with trees, and I'm in the process of changing the cover to this
Right, I
cover right
saw
here,
that.
and there's a tree at the top. So I
Hmm.
always had an affinity with trees, and this Sweet Tree Color Meditation, SWE is an acronym for the sun, water, earth, and the air, and that's
Okay.
all that we are. We are the sun,
Right.
we are the water, we are the earth, and we are the air, and it deals
Yes.
with color, color healing
Hmm.
and so forth.
That's why I started using the different colors in my hair, and it really
Yes,
is
ma'am. You know
therapeutic.
what, sis? If I had some hair, it would be like I would be off the chart with.
Right.
I'm thinking, I love turquoise. I love the purple.
Yes, I
I
put that
love
in
the
there.
green.
Sometimes I have a little bit of that in the bottom too. But
It's
yes,
pretty. It's
it's
beautiful. It's
healing.
beautiful.
It's
Yes, ma'am,
free.
it is.
Yes. So
Yes,
I
it is.
definitely, yeah.
This is my latest book, Amber Dawn, and of course,
Mhm.
amber is a color that I love in terms of the color, and dawn is a part of the day that I like. And it's a book of
Okay.
haikus, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
kind of like a journal. You read a little
Mhm.
haiku, and then you write your reflection about it.
Okay.
It's like involving the reader with the
Mhm.
author. It's like a harmonious blend of author and reader together, and it's very
Okay.
healing and self-discovering.
Okay. Like a
This book is
workbook
my
almost too.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, forgive me if I talk
No,
fast.
you're
I mean,
fine. You're fine.
forgive me. It's just that Mercury energy I have. It's like,
Right. Like,
that's what I meditate, sis. That's because I'm a fireball. I meditate. I have to meditate because if not, I'll
right.
be like, woo. But
I understand.
okay. This is Somewhere in a Rainbow. This is my COVID book. This
Mhm.
is the book I wrote during COVID, and I was taking care of my mother. She had
Okay.
dementia, Alzheimer's, and it
Mhm.
was a situation where I was hopeless, and I felt like
Mhm.
I wasn't going to see the light of day anymore. It was like I
Okay.
was at the end of my road type
Mhm.
situation, and Somewhere in a Rainbow came from Where Are You on the Rainbow? Where was I on the rainbow? And I couldn't
Okay.
find myself. I was lost.
Right.
And the
Okay.
book is very therapeutic. It's like counselor client type
Mhm.
conversation, but it's like real talk. It's not like
Right.
you're sitting on the couch and you're talking to a counselor. No, 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 no. It's like the real deal. It's like really
Like,
raw, and it can be very
okay.
triggering for people who have
Mhm.
had some domestic violence, substance abuse, and things of
Right.
that sort. Because the counselor, aka me, the
Right.
counselor takes takes
I
the
gotta get
client
that
all
book.
the way back. Yes, ma'am. She takes her all the way back.
Oh,
But
wow.
also in this book is a portion where there's meditation
Okay.
and breathing in color. There's
Okay.
a part where you can write your affirmations. There's a part where there are
Mhm.
gems that she shares. I share, but
Right.
it's really a good book. It's really a good
Okay.
book, but it can be very triggering to someone who's not okay. I need to go in this with my eyes
Right.
wide open type thing.
Mhm.
I don't want to take it for granted. And there is
Right.
I think I have a little disclaimer in the front somewhere. Yeah, I think I
Okay,
do.
right.
But anyway, at the end of the day, it's a good read, and it's living in a world with mental or substance problem. It's like living in a
Mhm.
world of unconscious and conscious paranoia and loneliness. My
Okay.
bio states it well.
Mhm.
All of my books, just the four of them I have, all of my books are aimed at healing not just myself, but others as well, because I'm not in this
Right.
world by myself.
No.
I'm not the only one under the sun, water, earth, and air, type
Exactly.
thing. So we in this
Exactly.
together. So whatever I
Mhm.
can give and share in the way of myself,
Mhm.
that's what I thrive to do. And you know what, sis? Keeping it
Mhm.
real. If nobody picked up one of my books, that's all good because it did
Yeah.
the purpose. It served
Exactly. Exactly. That brings me to the
served the
point. Writing is
purposes.
therapeutic,
Yes,
it's healing.
yes,
'Cause I write
that's
for the
right.
same
That's right.
reasons. Yeah, so I can
Yes,
definitely
ma'am.
relate to that. I can definitely relate
Yes.
to that. So, well, I guess we're talking about healing, in a sense, kind of tell us about what role does healing or personal transformation play in your stories? I guess you kind of summed it up a little bit, but if you can kind of maybe break that question down a little bit for us.
Okay, so I live my books, in terms of
Hmm.
the healing aspect of it. My books and the things that I put in my books that I do or the guidance that I give as it
Hmm.
relates to this sweet tree color meditation, because it's a practical guide on how to
Hmm.
meditate.
Okay.
The things that are in here are things that I do every day of my life.
Okay.
It's like an addict, sister. It's like one they say in AA, because I'm in the counseling room as well.
Right.
In the
Hmm.
AA groups, they say once an addict, always an addict. It doesn't mean that you're
Right.
going to be you're trying to program yourself to always want to use or do something destructive to yourself. It's just that
Right.
you don't want to get cocky and not recognize the fact that you a blink away from falling. You know what I
Right,
mean? Get off your
exactly.
high horses. You're not
Yes,
holier than thou. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Just because you're there now, don't mean that you can't fall again. And if you
Hmm.
do, that's cool too, but you got to have something to help you back up again.
Right,
And that's
exactly.
where my books come into play in terms of me
Hmm.
living them. I
Right.
meditate every day of my life, and I make it
Hmm.
to the point where when I walk out the door, I'm in meditation mode, not consciously but unconsciously, because I
Right.
have the sun to pull on,
Hmm.
I have the
Right.
earth, the water, and the air to pull on. I have all those
Yeah.
things to pull on. And once you realize that you're a part of something so great that you can't even conceive, AKA
Yes.
God, that you can't,
Right. Exactly. Because he, yeah,
you
all
know
of
what
he
I mean?
started
You
it
know what I
all.
mean?
Right.
Once you realize that, and no matter how down you may become, you know
Hmm.
that you're going to be okay. You know that you're going
Right.
to be okay. So that's
Exactly.
how, the transformation in terms of my books and myself is
Hmm.
all like, intertwined together.
Right. Okay, that's beautiful because
Hmm.
everyday life, people need to hear about everyday life, and everyday life is not rainbows and butterflies. It's
Amen.
not lemon drops and candy canes and all that stuff. That's not everyday life. And
No.
and for those that portray that it is, they need to be real with themselves because
Yes.
yeah, it is
Yes.
what it is, you
Yes.
know. And
Yes.
so your
Yes.
writing can help someone who's out there thinking, okay, well, I can't share this with nobody. I can't talk to nobody about this. So how am
Yeah.
I going to deal with this? I can't ask nobody
Yeah.
because I don't want nobody to know I'm going. And so your book can be a tool for that person to help them realize that,
Yes.
hey, I'm not in this by myself. I'm not the only one going
Yes.
through something.
That's right.
She made it on the other side. She might be still going through
Yeah.
some stuff on her journey, but she made it to greater
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
So that's
Absolutely.
powerful. That's very
Yes,
powerful.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
it
ma'am,
is.
sister. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
very powerful. So, tell us a little bit about what made you decide to be a part of the All Words Matter Black Author Expo. And I will say
Hey,
before I
sister,
let you
let me tell
answer,
you, let me tell you,
yes,
before we even started this conversation, before you even started recording, I think I told you,
right.
but I'll
You gotta
restate it.
let the people. You
I'll paraphrase.
gotta let the people hear.
I'll paraphrase. Sister, I love you. You
I
know what I
love
mean? You are one of those real solid sisters who you reflect real light. It's not no
you.
darkness cast on you in the way of you carrying that mess around with you, like a lot of sisters who, and I'm saying sisters because
Right,
I'm talking about sisters right now.
right.
Your light shine in such a way. I'm very intuitive. I can feel your
Yes.
energy. You know what I
Mm,
mean? You
right.
don't. You've never made me feel. You've never made, and my feelings are valid and they are important.
Of
You've
course.
never made me feel that I wasn't a part of your inner light. You know what I mean? The God in you. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? You never
Yes.
did like that. You never thought that you were so above, or
No.
you at a certain point in your journey you don't want me to become a part of because I might pull you down or get more than you got. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, sis? I
Right.
don't run into a
Exactly.
lot of women like that, a lot of sisters like
Yes.
that. You know what I mean? They don't
Yes.
say it, but you can just feel
Feel.
it. You know
Yes.
what I mean? You can just feel it. Your
Yes.
intuition just lets you know. And us sisters, some of us that are really blessed with that intuitive aspect is really
Right.
strong. And that would be your third eye, your indigo chakra, your indigo energy
Hmm.
color, and so forth.
Right. That blue you wearing.
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes we don't want to turn it off, but we like, dad, for
Right.
real. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like
But I've
you
never felt
know.
that from you. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
I don't have a click
Right. I don't either.
of friends or folks I communicate with like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm an author. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an
Right.
author. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. I'm a lot of things. But
Right.
in spite of all that, I keep it real. And I want to deal with
Exactly.
real people. And sister, you real. You
Thank
real.
you.
And I love you for that. And when I met you via social media a while back, over a year ago,
Yeah,
right?
it's been over a year 'cause it was before the first
But
expo,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yes, 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 yes. And I follow you. I love what you're doing. Your energy is
Mhm.
good. I know
Thank
about your
you.
migraines.
Yes, right. I share it all in real time. I share it all. Like, look, this is me.
Yes, yes. And I like your energy, and I know that you serve something very meaningful in my life, and I serve something very meaningful in your life. You
Yes,
know what I
you
mean?
do.
Because
Mhm.
we send out positive energy for one another.
Yes.
Yeah, so what you're
Mhm.
doing with our words matter. This second one, I'm honored to be a part of it. You know, last year I was a part, but not a part. You know,
Right.
but this year I'm gonna be a part. You know, and I'm looking
Yay.
forward to meeting you and giving you a hug and
Yes.
just being in the essence of the energy. That's all. You know, and
Hmm.
thank you for doing this. It takes a
Yeah.
lot. People
Yeah.
don't realize it takes a lot to do what
Lord,
you're doing.
yes. I'm
Yes,
like,
yes,
Lord, like pulling my I'm about to pull it all out. Like, Lord Jesus. And I just pray for strength and I receive all
yeah.
the prayers that, I know when the prayers are genuine from you and other
Mhm,
women that I'll come in contact. I know
mhm.
when those prayers are genuine and I receive them. I'm like, Lord, thank you for covering.
Uh,
And I thank him for sending genuine people such as yourself
yeah.
to my circle.
Yes, ma'am.
'Cause
Yes,
you got
yes.
to be careful, and it just is what it is, how we treat each other, some of us, and
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
thankful that he's sending genuine people who in my life
Yeah.
that really genuinely care about what I'm
Right.
doing, that you all see me for
Yes.
me,
Yes.
I'm not putting on no airs or none of that,
Exactly.
and you see me for me,
Exactly.
I can be myself, and
Right.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that. It's like you're like a breath of fresh air.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
You
ma'am.
are, and
We
I love
mirror
you
each
too,
other when
sis.
it comes to that. We mirror each other. And that's
Yes,
when we pass by that mirror, we want to see each other. We don't,
exactly.
we don't
Right.
want to see
We don't want to see ourselves, we want to
no
see each
mouse
other,
in the table.
right? Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am. I have thoroughly enjoyed talking with you
Yeah,
today. And if it
you as
wasn't for this
well.
session, we could go on and on and
I know, I know.
on.
I see you in a week or
I
two.
know.
As my grandmother used to say, I see you in a week or two.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yep. I'll see you in a week or two. Exactly.
That's right. That's
Exactly.
right. Absolutely, sister.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. I appreciate your energy. I
Mhm.
appreciate being here today.
Thank you so
Hmm.
much. So I guess would you like to leave any final words with the people about you or just any final words that you would like to leave?
Yes, this Friday I'm having a live launch, a relaunch of my book, the cover,
Mhm.
because I changed the cover
Yes, I
from
love that
this
new cover
to
too.
this. You know, I wanted it, it's a live launch on Facebook at 12 o'clock from 12 to 1. I figure you can sit
Okay.
down with a cup of coffee, lunch or whatever, just
Right.
a few minutes of the inspiration and a little quick mini meditation session and
Okay.
what it might, what inspired me. And yeah, you can reach me at my website,
Okay.
ladyrod.net. That's LADYRA.net. And I'm all
Okay.
over social media. Just Google my name and you'll probably find me somewhere doing something, running my
Right. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. You'll find her somewhere. She's all over. And of
somewhere in the
course,
rainbow, somewhere in
yeah,
the rainbow.
somewhere on the rainbow and climbing up that China berry tree, right?
There you go, sis. There you
That's
go.
right. That's right. Well, yes, again, you heard it right here for you. Come join us Saturday, November the 8th, 2025 from 11 to 3 p.m. Eastern here at Almond Branch Baptist Church in Aiken, South Carolina at 334 Church Street Northwest. And again, that's in Aiken, South Carolina. Reach out to us on social media. Follow us on social media at ladyrod.net, Rasheedah Sharif. You'll see her all over Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, TikTok too. And of course, follow me on all my channels of Harobeds, Thoughts, and Deborah Jefferson. And again, thank you so much for coming on here with me today, taking this time out of your day. And I appreciate it so much. And you enjoy the rest of your day. And we will see you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Peace and blessings, sister.
Peace and blessings to you too.